Hi, beautiful people. For most of you, it's the weekend. I hope that you are in good spirits. The election is over, thankfully. I don't know if all the electors have been counted yet. I don't know, but it's over. We pretty much know the results of it. It's been heavy. It's been so heavy, and I do feel the somber that has come after it. So the election does. A lot of people are feeling heavy. So believe me when I tell you that I feel it as well. Um, who's responsible for Kamala Harris' loss is something. I'm not going to be here long. Uh, your girl got homework. I got some studying to do, and it's been a lot. But I did think this was important because I've been hearing a lot of things about who is responsible for Kamala Harris' loss. Okay, I made a poll for free to respond to that poll. I think a lot of things went wrong with this election, to tell you the truth. I was disappointed that there wasn't a primary. I was looking forward to voting in the primary. I'm not sure about all these content creators with their tears. Okay, what's good? Big pressure. Who's responsible for Kamala Harris' loss? Your answer is Joe Biden. Well, some might say that he should have withdrew sooner. I believe that he was trolled into withdrawing from the race. I don't think that he wanted to. A lot of times when people are losing their mind, they don't know it. Other people around them knows it. I think that Kamala Harris would have had a stronger chance had there have been a primary, and she would have been elected. Okay. There was a lot of things. I feel that the American people are tired, and the Democratic Party can no longer just depend on the vote of Black people. Okay. Donald Trump won on Donald Trump is making history, by the way, the president elect, but he won the popular vote. Do you guys realize that Republicans have not won the popular vote in 20 years? That's a landslide. That means the American people have spoken. I feel that there was so much mudslinging, but what's next? My family. I haven't spoken to my family since the election. Was it worth it for me? I think it's really important to stand on what you believe. I feel that you know, I lost a lot of support, subscribers, but y'all love your girl. The subscribers that I lost, I've gained new ones. Thank you so much. The American people has spoken. I feel I represent the American people. And it's been a lot. Who's responsible for Kamala Harris' loss? I've heard white women, Black men. How can Black men be responsible when Kamala Harris got over 86% of the Black vote? That makes no sense. And I'm not about to jump on that train just because I'm Republican. I feel that that Kamala Harris dropped the ball in the Biden campaign. That's what I feel, because you're bringing in all of these celebrities, all of these things to gain the young Black vote. But I think that the Democratic Party underestimated Blacks. They underestimated the fact that they failed to deliver on the promises that every year they have promised. I'm sorry, not every year. Every election they promised something, and they haven't delivered. Not only that, uh, I think that the scare tactic, and instead of answering questions about policies and always deflecting to Donald Trump, didn't go well for her. People in America are tired of being hungry and not able to feed their children. And Donald Trump spoke about a strong middle class. He went to where the American people were. He went on Joe Rogan's. That's the biggest social media platform. And Kamala didn't want to do that. She wanted to keep it to a 90-minute interview. But we all know that Joe Rogan holds interviews for like 2-3 hours. Okay. So I think that those things were problematic. I don't feel that anyone in particular, I don't think you can really point the finger at one person. I think that I keep saying I think it was a collective of things. And you could just look at my chat and look under my videos and see how much hatred there were. I mean, the ad hominem attacks, the trying to demonize people for voting for the Republican Party. I think a lot of the younger people are starting to see past that, and people are just tired. So that's what happened, because not only did Donald Trump win, it was a landslide. I can't believe he won Wisconsin and Michigan. I was really surprised, you guys, but that's what it is. And so here we are. But again, I do feel the heaviness. I think that these content creators need to stop, some of them, with their calling Blacks that voted for Trump derogatory terms. A lot of people, number one, it was a huge turnout. But the ones that said that they were going to vote for Kamala, I really feel that it's just for show. Celebrities are here to entertain us, to distract us. But at the end of the day, Donald Trump has made history with winning the popular vote, not just the electoral vote. So I think that sends a strong message to America. I'm tired of being called a racist or somebody that has turned against my own party. But I did gain more support, like, for people that are like, we should be able to have a conversation about this without you don't have to attack me. The Republican that I was gonna vote for was Tim Scott, but he dropped out of the race. He's a Black Republican. I want to say he's from Southern Carolina, but he dropped out. So Trump was not my first choice. He was just the Republican choice. Again, there was no primary, and it is what it is. I'm going to vote for the Republican Party. What's good, King? I'm only here for a second. It's been a lot. And I'm hoping that the American people will unite, and we will focus less on race and more on making this country strong. And Blacks can't really blame anyone. We have a lot of problems within ourselves. What's good? Nobody cares. Work harder. It was no other reason. Most men made their mind up before Biden dropped out. You think so, Big Pressure? I'm from Wisconsin, and I could tell you, number one, I'm almost teary-eyed because the women feel so let down by white women and by America because Kamala didn't win. But Kamala failed to deliver when she said that prisoners should be granted, or she wanted them to be able to get exchanges, the gender change in prison that's supposed to be paid for by our dollars, when people outside that are in that same situation, they don't get the finances. She talked about prisoners and our dollars. And when she was asked about it in that 60-minute interview and on Fox, she just said she'll follow the law. There is no law for that. And a lot of these things that she was talking about with this woke agenda, I told you guys from the beginning, and I was attacked for my beliefs. America does not want the liberal woke agenda. Don't be mad at me, MU. Over 70 million people voted for Donald Trump. Why? Because we're tired. We do not like the way the country is going. We do not like our borders open to anybody walking in. And Kamala really pushed the abortion thing. I told you guys, who's the most people getting abortions? The women talking about women's rights. A lot of them can't have kids. They're too old, don't want kids too young, but they wanted to push the sympathy ballot. But America, despite what they were saying on here, were more interested in the borders being protected, a strong middle class, our Second Amendment rights, and not listening to the scare tactics and all these other things, because those are not the things that affect American people. People want to keep talking about women's rights. I'm all for women's rights, but I'm also for the rights of an unborn child. All right. But Donald Trump, you had a lot of educated people voting this time, and he left that in the state, in the hands of the state. He's not trying to take away people's rights, but I think that people cringe when Kamala called it the Trump abortion law. So that's all I'm gonna say. All right. Kamala has terrible policy. She does. Peace. Her supporters are the reason she took it out. I agree. So I feel that social media influencers, a lot of them are no different than these celebrities that came on here crying. Oh, another thing, when Biden called Trump supporters garbage, why is that okay? That's saying that we don't have democracy. So if I don't vote for the Democratic Party that makes me trash, that's garbage. That's the very thing that makes America. We have to have the right to choose, right? Or else the very thing that they try to scare us on, like, oh, Trump's trying to be a dictator and all that, is what they were trying to do. Because they were trying to say if you vote for the Republican Party, then somehow you're not American and you're not for American policies. So anyway, this election has been interesting. I'm glad that it's over. I am glad that we could talk about other stuff. So yeah, I'm just ready for inauguration. I would love to go to the inauguration, you guys, honestly. Yeah, so I think I'm feeling better than I was a couple of days ago, but I don't know. I still stand strong in my beliefs. And what's good, Darius? What's good? But I do hate. I saw these videos about Black women and listening to the Black women say they were let down. They felt abandoned by some. Some Black women were blaming the men. Others were blaming white people, saying that they didn't show up for them. I believe a lot of them showed up. I mean, it was pretty close. When I'm thinking about how many whites voted for Kamala, it wasn't that different from the Black women. I just think that a lot of people just didn't come out. A lot of people weren't buying the stuff that she was saying in Donald Trump. When you look at the electoral vote, it was red across the country. I know that's going to make some people mad. Again, I don't want to see anybody sad or anything like that. But that's just what it is. On a different note, you guys, I've been so busy with school and trying to finish my externship that I really haven't been having time for anything else. I've been hanging out with my friend that's here and going to school and just doing my thing, and that's what I've been doing. And it's been challenging, right? Trying to finish these classes. But that's what I'm going to do tonight when I leave here. I'm going to go hit my books and just do my thing. I do wish that I can come on earlier for you guys, but I'm in school all day, and then that's just what it is. So somebody asked me, why don't I talk about sobriety stuff anymore? I think I pretty much answered that, and that's just what it is. I do still talk. I don't feel I need to talk about sobriety stuff all the time, because a lot of the reasons I stopped was because it's hard to do online. But I still make videos about it. I just feel that going into my third year in sobriety, I'm just ready for you guys to watch the walk. I can tell you this, though. I am happy that I can look at people, and the people that try to put me down, I look at them, I look at what they look like, I look at what their life is like, and a lot of them that have been putting me down for over 2 years, I've already surpassed them in my life and what I've been doing. I don't say that to brag. I say that as like, I'm grateful to God that He is helping me every single day, because it's not easy. Okay. They just did a bad job of running the country. Big pressure who? Are you talking about the Democrats? What do you guys think about Donald Trump? Had a hard time the last time he was in office, but now, I mean, he gained the Senate. Like, you know, that says that, you know what, these voters, a lot of them were thinkers. They looked at what was being said. Man, Kamala stumbled. She really dropped the ball. She didn't drop the ball in a 60-minute interview. She's been able to get away without speaking about her policies. And that 60-minute interview, you guys, just really showed she had no intentions of doing what was in the best interest of this country. And I'm sorry, that's not a race thing. I don't believe in voting for somebody just because they're white or black. Like I said, I was going to vote for a black senator, a black Republican. I don't know. Do you guys know why Tim Scott dropped out the race? I don't know. I do wish that both of them would have been elected in a primary. I look forward to the primaries, but it didn't happen. I'm going on 3 years. I don't think about it. And I smile anytime people bring it up, like, I don't think about it. And I don't even count the days anymore. Her entire what did you say? Her entire campaign was terrible and you would have done better. I wrote myself on a ballot, but it was last minute. Did I expect to win? Nope. But how ignorant is it of people that say their vote doesn't matter? They really don't understand the Electoral College and how the popular vote swings the electoral vote. I feel that I have a responsibility to break things like that down and educate the people about the Republican Party. I just do. I do think I would have done better, Darius, because what MU doesn't do is run from tough questions. I don't do that. She's technically a write-in. What was interesting to me? I really thought that Biden was going to drop out while the election was going on, so that way Kamala would have been president. I did. I don't. But maybe, I don't know. Or maybe Biden, I wonder how he feels. Like, should he have dropped out? I don't think that Biden would have won against Trump because he was already 6 points behind. And he really, really messed up that presidential debate, y'all. Like he did. He just looked, it was horrible. What's good, Zero Lightness? I'm just here talking. I know a lot of people feel down about the election. And I got to tell you, I feel it too. I feel heavy. It's been a lot. But it's I just hate some of the things that is being said. But you guys, again, I don't want to see I don't know how people are blaming black men. That's just statistically incorrect when you look at the amount of voters. I'm glad that the Democratic Party, blacks are demanding more. And that's what happened. They demanded more and they're tired of being let down at the end of the election. So let's see if Kamala still fights with black women. Let's see. Or is she going to do what the Democratic Party has done every election and we won't hear from them again until 4 years later? Because she sure was silent during, when, you know what I mean? Silent as vice president under Biden. She just was. Trump made history again. He made history by winning the popular vote for the Republican Party, because if you guys missed what I said, the Republican Party hasn't won the popular vote in 20 years. And he named Susie Wiles as the first female White House chief of staff. So for all these people that are saying that Trump is against women, why would he have appointed a white woman as chief of staff? See the lies. He's the underdog. Even though they tried to take him out, he's still standing. And he's been attacked. He's been lied on. My videos got shadow banned when I was talking about Trump. People were nasty towards Republicans. And again, people talk about, oh, this is democracy. And they could freely talk about the Democratic Party. But the moment you say that you're Republican, they want to ostracize you. You could say that you're a libertarian. You could say that you're independent from the Green Party, whatever. But if you say you're Republican, they side-eye you. And how dare Obama say that you're not black if you vote for Trump? Him of all people? Are you serious? Those are the things that's a problem. We're Black no matter what we do. Okay? And I don't like when people say that you have to do things a certain way to be Black. No, deliver on your promises. Obama can't talk because he dropped the ball when it came to signing the bill for reparations. Google it. What? Zero? That would be my dream. Are you serious? Wow. Too bad you don't have a channel. I would be like, post it. They are mad, Zero. They're mad. Zero, that is awesome. Thank you for being a member. Borders will be closed. And Zero, that's just it. They talk about women's rights this, women's rights that. Kids are being trafficked into this country to be lost. Nobody's trying to break up families. But how much money is spent? I mean, Kamala wanted to give all these illegals benefits, housing benefits, where American people can't even buy a house. Under the Biden administration, you need at least 125. Biden-Kamala administration, you need at least 125,000 to buy a house. Under President Trump, it was 65. There were no wars with Donald Trump. He is the stronger president. He has experience. We've heard from him. I heard from Kamala when she was Attorney General in California, and it wasn't pretty. America was heading down a really dark path, and I told you guys from the very beginning that Trump was going to win. I didn't expect him to win the popular vote, but I was on the polls and the campaigns and all that stuff, and I knew he would win the electoral vote like he did against Clinton, but I'm very pleased that he won both. He is nice, Zero, and he goes to where the people are. You okay? Okay. Kamala got 69 million votes. She is loved, but we need to answer tough questions. I'm not saying she isn't loved, but I do think that you're taking people that are desperate. She offered a symbol of hope. A lot of people could identify with her. They really wanted a Black president, but I don't think that's enough to win, thankfully, because Obama offered hope. Trump said something brilliant. Are we in a better position than we were 4 years ago? No. And a lot of the points that Donald Trump made was important. And people want to focus on this and focus on that and excuse a lot of things. But do I like everything a person says? No. Do I like everything that Donald Trump says? No, I don't like everything anybody says 100%. So the immigrant problem needs to be dealt with. Yeah, here in California, you can go to any border and watch them come across with Border Patrol right there. And for the next election, I'm hoping there's a primary. But I'm praying for this country. I'm praying for the people that feel let down. I think that the people that were thinking this was going to be a close race failed to understand what America wants and needs. And when you start talking about all these changes and giving money to people, anybody that comes into the country, whether legally or illegally, allowing them to vote without IDs, which is an American citizen, a right of American citizens, and not want to address inflation, not want to address a lot of the things that Donald Trump brought up. I think that was a problem. Hi, Lawrence. How are you? I'm just up late chatting with y'all. You guys, I would be holding streams and I let people come over here to express their opinions, and what happened? They would be very disrespectful, except TC, that with the exception of her. What's good, Mulatto? They would be very disrespectful. I allowed it for a reason. You don't see Republicans lashing out like that, where you see some fanatics. I ain't gonna say that, but I'll have a peaceful, respectful conversation. Y'all remember somebody came up here calling me a crackhead and stuff like that? Donald Trump had a strong team. He had Elon Musk backing him, Joe Rogan, the largest social media platform, and I could name others. Who cares how Taylor Swift votes? And for Donald Trump to win, even though Kamala had a lot of celebrities, Oprah, they still didn't win the popular vote. You know why? Because people are tired of the distraction. We already see the weirdness in Hollywood. Who cares? They do not live the average American life. Donald Trump went with regular people, influencers. He went to work at McDonald's, and he had a strong team. MU housing in the desert. It's nice. I love my desert. I do. He did win by a landslide. And Congress, I think the House was already Republican, but for him to win the Senate, and we know that the Supreme Court is conservative, Republicans are in the House. So let's now it's just time to do the work and stop with all these scare tactics. And I've seen so many streams where people put out posts that are incorrect. Donald Trump talks about lowering taxes and putting tariffs on companies that putting tariffs, I just think that there were so many lies told about Donald Trump that and when people say that I was caping for Donald Trump, I wasn't caping for him. I was caping for the American people, because I know that we need a strong economy, that the cost of groceries and gas is insane, and Donald Trump started to say he wanted to make America affordable again, and he wanted the middle class to be strong. He speaks a lot about the middle class. I don't care about Kamala's dream celebrity team. They're all comfortable. I don't care. Thank you, Mulatto. Humanity first, America next. What you mean by that? Where are the people that were commenting before election night? Why are they not here tonight? Because they thought they were going to be able to gloat and put me down. I let them put me down before the election. I sat comfortable in my beliefs. You guys would see that no matter what chat I was in, when they'll be like, MU is Republican. Okay. I'm like, is that necessary? I'll be in the clouds and I'd hear it. But I knew that this day was coming and that Donald Trump was going to be in office. I told my family. So they would have gloated if Kamala won, but they would have seen that they just would have seen, again, Kamala offered hope to Black women, and they gave her the vote. She didn't offer anything else. I'm not going to say anything else. I don't want to offend anybody, but they didn't mind offending me with their attacks, calling me dumb, junkie, and all that kind of stuff. And the reason why people resort to name calling is because they cannot argue points and policies. Every debate that I went on, I won, not in these sectors, but I did. Because I'll talk to you about history, the history of the Democratic Party, why I believe the way that I do. And I don't need to attack you personally. I can attack your idea. I can tell you, hey, source up, pull up the source. That's what I can do. I don't need to attack you. I went on a person's channel, the conscious community, be exact, and some guy tried to pick apart something I said, and I said, pull it up. He goes, no, you pull it up. I'm like, what kind of BS is this, right? Kind of ad hoc, like that's the biggest fallacy in debate. That's why you see ignorant people winning debates because people don't understand the fallacies in debate. If you bring up a point, you prove it. And you don't get to prove it by attacking a person's character in your life. That's why it doesn't pay to go to these channels and talk about your points when they're just going to attack you. I just stopped doing it. I stopped going to those chats, right? And I said, I have a platform. I could speak right here. And if you guys want to have an intelligent conversation, you can hit the link. And if you get booted off the platform, it's because you were full of BS and you had to go. That's what it is. I don't care if I'm just talking to one or two people. When I was looking at my comment section and all these people calling me a sellout and those kind of things, I just thought, poor things. This is democracy. And I feel that people really, really try to bully you if you are part of the Republican Party. They just do. They try to paint us as devil worshippers. But do you know that Christians vote? The Republican Party is full of Christians. Not all, but we definitely have a strong white Christian vote. Blacks, I'm not going to get into that history tonight. There's such a strong racial divide in this country. Do you guys think it'll ever be fixed? Oh, thank you. That collagen is loving you. Yes, the collagen is. I tell people to try it instead of spending all day fighting online. Work on their body and stuff. Work on their skin. Yeah. So I drink my water. You guys, what I have to do, my goal, I've been so busy with this school, with these classes, right? Because I'm still trying to find that balance. Adults going back to school, that's hard. But I like it. But it's challenging. Going to work, then I have my little one. I'm not used to that. I'm not used to it. I'm not used to the whole single thing on your own. I ain't used to it. All these things are first for me, new. So y'all know that I was the one I'm strong enough to speak about my beliefs without worrying about the attacks. Y'all see, I just stand by myself. I'm good. I'm not trying to, I'm good. But as far as life goes, I've been lifing and sometimes it's scary, but I'm still trying to balance it out. I think that's one of the hardest things in recovery is that you're kind of behind, if that makes sense. So the things that wouldn't scare other people scares me, and it doesn't help that I have anxiety. Panic attacks. I don't know if you guys ever had a panic attack, but I don't know. I think it's disappointing when I see my own people. Can I just speak to y'all tonight? Like real, I need to speak in my own space, so I'm not just put down, but my own people put me down for things that are very normal. Where I go to other communities, I have a strong support system in other spaces, and no, I get support over there because I'm talking about real stuff. And when I talk about like my mental health and how I have anxiety and stuff, that doesn't make me weak or stupid or slow. That makes me very real. A lot of people struggle with stuff like that. A lot of people struggle with substance abuse disorder, but it's highly stigmatized, more so than mental health disorder, and I happen to have both. But I think that people need to see others in recovery and living life because I have a beautiful life. I do. And I'm grateful for that. And I don't look like what I've been through. And when these chunky, obese, messed up looking people, women try to attack me, I don't need to defend myself because they're coming from a different space. I'm not dragging. This is a safe space. I promise. But you have to look at the ones that are miserable, dragging you. The reason why I talked about obesity, I'm going to get back on track. It's because they got food addictions talking about MU. So you just have to really limit who you're arguing with. That's it. What's good, Liz? So I don't worry about it. I think that people that put people down all day are miserable in their own life. And that's what they project. I will not go back to the garbage that I came from. Now, I'm going to tell you guys. I was thinking that if Donald Trump lost this whole election, I needed to drink alcohol, like some wine or something like that. I don't know where these thoughts were coming from. Instead, I had a mocktail, some strawberry mixer with rosemary, things like that. I'm only human. But I do have to get back on track with my diet. Not diet, but and getting back into the gym and working out because I want to be healthy going into 2025. I don't want to be struggling with my health as I'm trying to finish school. I have a young son. I have a daughter that needs me. I have a family that needs me, although they're not talking to me right now. Now let me talk to you guys about that. This election has divided friends and family, and I need my family. I love my family, but they're disappointed that I voted for the Republican Party, which is insane because I didn't have to tell them. You're so sweet, Mulatto. Thank you. Being nice to me. You're always nice to me. That makes you normal. Everything normal when you unbothered. You guys want me to start coming on earlier for you? I will after. What? Oh, I just saw this message. I would respond to this message, but I'm not doing the sector stuff tonight. Maybe I'll jump into the sector now that this election is over with, because a lot of things is happening in the sector. But the only time I jump into the sector is when I see something strange. One person, like when I see someone being attacked online and I'm like, why is this person being attacked? For an opinion? This person that I'm talking about, if y'all know who I'm talking about, you guys can say, but I'm not going to say a name tonight because I'm not getting into the commentary. But she doesn't start with anyone. She usually just recaps the sector. But if you say something that somebody doesn't like, then it's this attack thing and they want to try to shame you if you're a woman. And I can understand that. And the reason why that's the only time I really speak on the sector is because I've been through it and I know what it's like for people to turn on you for no reason. And the crowd would turn on you. I'm talking about in the sectors, right? And it's not just in the black and the beef sectors, right? People would turn on you and they pretend it's a moral cause, but really it's just because it's popular commentary, content, right? And they'll turn on you. And when I listen to this lady being talked about, like, oh, this person slept with that person and she's right, I can't do this group thinking. Some of you know I used to I did get off topic. Okay. Wait, what's up with you guys? Hold on, it's just a few of us tonight. We could talk about whatever. I finished my commentary, you guys. But let me say this. My Sobriety Matters channel. Thank you, guys. We just hit our second 1,000 within what, 5 days? Thank you. 6 days. I appreciate that. That channel is growing. You guys want to hear me speak about my sobriety stuff? Jump over there on that channel, because this channel we're gonna just do like I don't know what we're doing. We're just talking. But jump over there. Thank you guys for your support on that channel. TC, hi. Do you got time to come up? Can we talk about who's to blame for Kamala Harris' loss? I want to know your thoughts, sis, if you got time. If not, it's cool. TC, thank you. I have to tell you guys, when it comes to the sobriety thing now, there is a stream. I don't know if I'm going to do it on this channel. I can't go live on my other, I can go live on my other channel, I think. I used to go live on it on my Sobriety Matters channel. Maybe I will, or do an upload. What's my point? I was going to say something. Oh, the sobriety thing. I get so tired of, there's some things that I want to talk about, like with the sobriety thing, like If I have a drink, is that the end of my sobriety? If somebody drinks, is that the end of their sobriety? I say no. Not if they're I'm gonna leave it like that. But I haven't drank. I haven't done anything like that. But I do miss those talks though. May 21st is my 3-year anniversary. Sorry. And for those of you that don't know my story, I don't tell my story over here anymore, really. But if you want me to, just let me know. I have a lot of new subscribers. My other channel is Sobriety Matters. I can try to drop the link because I don't have any mods in my chat. But feel free to subscribe over there because I'm not mixing that commentary. It's just sobriety stuff, so I'm trying to keep it over there. And the reason I don't talk about the sobriety stuff anymore over here is because I just reached a point in my recovery where, to me, you see me going to school or hanging out with my not one friend. I have other friends too. You see me hanging out with my friends and going out in the mountains and stuff like that. That is me showing you guys my sobriety. So I can show you better than I could tell you. Me doing my dance workouts and stuff like that. I'm just behind in editing. So when I post a video, don't really pay attention to the date because some of them are old. Like I posted that video of my daughter and myself talking about Donald Trump. We were in Vegas. That was like when I was in Vegas, and we were sitting at the Trump hotel. And I can't wait to get back there, right? And my daughter's like, I don't want to be here. And I'm just like, am I raising a liberal daughter? She's not conservative. I don't know if she's Republican or not. She didn't even want to eat there. And I posted that video. I just thought it was cool. Because but my daughter, you guys gotta look at the YouTube short, but she's a beautiful young lady, but her generation is different. Like she's into this woke thing, this acceptance thing. I can't get into the pronouns. I'm sorry. I can't call you that. I just can't. I don't work in HR. So I don't think she voted for Donald Trump. I don't know. Let's get skinny. I don't know. Well, I do appreciate your support. Oh, thank you, Zero. I appreciate your support. Let me tell you guys. So this channel, wait. Let me look at my stats for that channel, which just grew out of nowhere. I appreciate you guys for that. So y'all do like my sobriety commentary? I don't know. I'm learning. Let me look at that. Sobriety Matters is doing. You want to know something? I want food, but I'm not about to eat this late. How do I switch account? Switch. Yeah, we just hit 2,900. Thank you. You guys want me to make a video on... Oh, my sister's backstage. Thank you, Mulatto. Thank you.
Hey, what's up? Good morning.
Good morning.
What it do?
What's good?
Oh man. Everything is good. Everything's good.
Okay. I gotta tell you something. Thank you, Mulatto. Satan Reject said, give her time. I think that my daughter is going to end up being Republican because she's getting older and finances are important to her. Family values are important to her. But I don't think that she's going to be conservative. I think that she's going to be more of a liberal type. Oh, goodness, that makes my blood boil. Republican, if there is such a thing.
She might be a conservative progressive, though. There is such a thing. Yeah.
Maybe.
As
She's
she gets
coming out
older,
more
I agree.
liberal.
I agree with you on that. As we get older, we become more conservative, and I think your daughter's generation. I've talked about them. I talked about them all day on Tuesday. They're very progressive, so I'm very proud of them.
I'm proud of them too. I'm proud that she voted. I'm proud that she's driving. She's doing better than a lot of people that talk about MU. My kid is coming out beautiful.
Okay.
Sometimes I want to beef because I have this pent up Y'all know me when where's my note? Oh, I'm not gonna look at my notebook because all of my beefs are in this notebook.
Oh wow, really?
Not, well, I washed one notebook in a washer, so those beefs are squashed. But yeah, I keep a track. I keep, you
Oh
know why?
wow,
I don't want to forget. And sometimes people will jump on this panel and I'll forget something. And I'm like, wait a minute. We gotta settle our squash,
wow.
settle our beef. I would StreamYard you, but my peoples are still in. What? What does this mean? Thank you, Mulatto. That's my girl. I would StreamYard you, but my people are still in Trump is back mode. I'm not sure what you mean, huh? The Democratic Party is pretty much dead. They can't come back from this. They can, but it's going to be difficult with Vance. If Vance does a good job, and what people don't realize is the vice president doesn't have a limit to his term. He can stay in office. JD Vance did a great job during the vice president debate. But I have TC here. Says, okay, I heard you speaking on a panel. Not going to say the panel. And I was really interested in your views because you didn't seem happy about the result of this election.
So
And you
since
have a
then,
daughter, Liz? Yeah, I love my baby girl. I would love to have another one. Like if I adopt an older child, I want to adopt an older child that's like 13.
that would be good. That would be nice.
I would love it. Go ahead. I'm sorry
Well,
I didn't mean to interrupt you. Thank you,
well,
Liz.
I had an opportunity to have a briefing, and I found out some things, and I'm not happy with that. So
Mm,
let me just say this: on Tuesday, I was, of course, up, out, and ready to go. I was ecstatic. I think I had just talked to you. I was like, we getting ready to rumble and all of that stuff because I'm always in rumble mode. And I always like to get out there. I love to see my people. And I think it's more of the fellowship and getting out there. I'm going to be honest with you. My experience the whole entire day was so overwhelmingly awesome. Folks were coming out. I was excited because I saw the Y and the Z generation coming out. Not only did they vote, they wanted to vote. I felt like they wanted to be a part of. I felt like they were not going because their moms and dads were pushing them to. I
they
felt
wanted
like
you.
they wanted it.
Who do you feel is responsible for for Kamala Harris' loss? Thank you, Mulatto.
I can't.
Who do you feel like? Who comes to
I,
mind?
uh, okay, I will say this. I'm gonna tell you what I was sick of,
Hmm.
tired of, sick of. I have always been a negative when it comes to all of these superstars, entertainers, so overly engrossed in the process because I think that sends a false sense, a false signal of regular everyday people, of our American working and middle class people who are the backbone of this country. And don't get me wrong, I am not a hater. I don't hate because they have and all that. Trust me, that is not the case. I think that it just became overwhelmingly like mm, a whole, what do you call it, an Emmy award show or a that kind of a thing. And I was tired of that. So for me, I got tired of seeing them, and I wanted to hear and talk about more of the issues and the issues that are more important to the American people. And yeah, that kind of thing. Uh, yeah,
You can keep talking. I'm trying to pull up my notepad that has
okay,
an actual breakdown on this on the electoral vote. So I'm not ignoring you.
The our electorates in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania also surprised me. I was very surprised about Pennsylvania until yesterday. And when so internal politics, state by state politics is still real. And you've said it here. There's a guy named Big Pressure that's in the chat. Big Pressure, Zero's in the chat. Liz is in the chat, and in your particular chat and others, we all believe and we all stand firm. Our local politics is very important to become involved, and so local politics played a very big piece in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania.
I want to tell you guys that I do agree with TC, and TC happens to be my favorite Democrat. Um,
Thank you.
welcome. Uh,
Uh,
um, I like you guys. Don't worry. But
Now
I
I said California and New York were gonna come through, and I don't know why, but that was the math that I had. But my math for my own state was all the
wow.
way off. I fell off like I guess you could say like Wile E. Coyote. Yeah, beep beep.
What people didn't realize, because they really tried to use these shaming tactics, but people,
Yeah.
number one, the younger people are thinkers. I know that because the younger people, for personal reasons, they're more accepting of me and stuff like that. They didn't jump on a bandwagon with this whole hate MU just because of crowd. What I see with the younger people when I
Hmm.
relate it to social media, they're not going with the crowd. If you don't like someone on YouTube, if you don't like somebody, president or whatever, they don't care. They're thinking for themselves. And I like that. I've seen that trend
Yes.
online. And
Yes.
I have a personal experience, but even looking at other people that's traditionally not liked and ostracized online, the younger people are like, no, come over here, hang out in our chats. And what happened as a result, those younger people platforms are beating the people that has been around in the chat. Don't be mad at me. I don't care if y'all turn on me like y'all, I don't care. I'm telling you what's happening is that people are they're more accepting and they will look at things for themselves. I see the same with the election. Even though they had Meg Thee Stallion and Taylor Swift, come on, Swifties, they still did not win the popular vote. The young people were voting for Trump and voting for change. Not all of them. Some, but I don't care if they voted for Kamala. I care that they made an educated vote and they turned up and they voted because their vote does matter, right?
Right.
Another thing that
Right.
happened was black men, the
Oh,
black men in Milwaukee. Number one, Milwaukee has a huge racism problem, right? The black men listened to Trump and they said, you know what? A lot of the Democrats, a lot of them voted for Donald Trump. That I did not expect Trump to win Michigan, the Latino vote. A lot of Latinos showed up for Donald Trump
yeah.
because they understood the message that Latinos are not at risk of being deported. He's speaking to certain people that have come into this country, certain crimes that has been committed in this country, but the black and the brown votes was stronger for Donald Trump than it was back in 2000. When did he? Oh, my brain went dead. His last election. It just was. Donald Trump did a good job winning the vote. And I think that Biden calling Republicans trash went against him. I think that Donald Trump did stand for Puerto Rico. And even though that comedian made very distasteful comments, people saw through it because Donald Trump did not know that that comedian was going to say that about Puerto Rico. And more, think about this. If you pick a bad person that says something, that's like I'm having TC on my platform. Imagine if TC says something that rubbed people the wrong way, like, I don't like same gender loving people, whatever. I'm just using an example. But
Hmm.
then I have to be like, dang, she said that. So my job would be to come on after that and be like, hey, I'm sorry. Donald Trump went and reached out to the Puerto Rican people. He reached out. And that's what you do if somebody on your team drops the ball. We weren't looking for Donald Trump to be perfect. We were looking for somebody that's going to stand strong for this country.
The one thing that you said that was so important and that what you just said was because I'm breaking things down in terms of generation. And the one thing that I found in on this side of the pond, this side of the Mississippi, was that a lot of black males were not voting for, were not voting at all. Now, I had a problem with, and they were black males in my generation, in the X generation. That was what our numbers conceded at the end, and it was terribly disgraceful because, like I said, with that Y and that Z generation, and then of course the baby boomers, they always come out. That was the bottom line. That was gonna happen. But my generation, I'm so who's it? I'm more disturbed and disappointed with black males in my generation who talk this. Oh, it's the system. It's not for us. It's this, that, and the other. But don't participate. Let me go deeper and further on the polls. There are nothing but women that are on the polls. But we work.
Mhm.
We work. We have children. We have responsibilities. But of course, some people had the day off. Some people did not. But I saw so many of, and that's the problem that I'm taking up with as a matter of fact, I have a meeting with my Eastern Stars and Masonic group, and we're gonna really sit down and talk about some things. And the one thing that I don't agree with is running away from a situation to the point where you don't participate. And especially when we had other seats that we were also voting for.
Mhm.
So you not showing up was also you not showing up, and then you're not showing up for your community also.
Man,
We
Trump.
had an auditor general's race that a brother ran, a young man. But thank God that Y generation came through. He's in the upper part of the Y generation, like Leo the Lioness in that generation. He's not X generation. He's a little older in the Y generation. He ran for auditor general, and I'm so proud of him. That's participating. That's what I'm talking about. And more people are going to start participating and being a part of something. But the one thing I don't want is the talk and you don't put in. I will talk. I'm going to talk. I'm going to spar. I'm going to barter with you. We're going to talk about policy and issues. Immigration is numero and unto, because it's not just the Hispanics, it's not just the Mexicans. I'm talking about all of them. Because we have Ukrainians, we have Afghanis, we have people from China, we have people from Korea here, we have people from a plethora of places. I want everybody to be documented so that they can put in taxes in our system and pay taxes like we do. And yes, I am an Eastern Star.
Um, Puerto Rico is beautiful. I really appreciate all the stimulation and thought provoking going on. Me too. Me too. I learned a lot too, Liz. I really did. And Donald Trump pulling through with the the Latino vote, seeing the black men. I do feel. I mean, the black women. I listen to so many. I could these influencers talking about they're crying and they're so upset with their long. That's cringe, 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 cringe. Stop it, stop it. You know better than celebrities trying to just stop. I think
Yes.
that, but listening to regular women talk about how they felt let down, that did leave me feeling heavy. But we can't blame black men when you look at the breakdown. Um, Donald Trump got over 70 million votes. And a lot of people did show up for Kamala, but there was a lot of things that went wrong. But I mean, Biden, it took a long time to get him out. I mean, she came in late in the game and she just wasn't prepared. Yes, she raised a lot of money, but I think it hurt her to have all those celebrities and all those things. I think that instead of having, why when you guys are trying to reach the black young vote, what happened to the intellectuals though? Why just, if you're gonna have
Yeah, right.
celebrities,
Like
also
me.
have,
Right. Hell
you know,
yeah.
and that just falls short. This younger generation ain't going for the okey doke.
There
They
you
want
go.
more. They're not going.
Right. They're not interested in that old guard. They're not interested. They're not interested in that
You know it's gonna highlight
entertainment
that.
and the entertainment crap. And I'm gonna tell you, I spoke to, like I said, I spoke to a lot of the younger folks, and you're right, MU, they're not going for it, and they've been googling, they've been doing their little research and everything, and I liked it. I appreciated that. Well, see, you ask who's to blame. Again, I'm not one of those to blame because I'm always a reflective type of a person. But I will say that I was disappointed 150%, because when a black man is there, I support. When a black woman is there, you support. Here's the thing. This is a country where we have a lot of different, and I think Big Pressure mentioned it. He votes community first. So there are issues that are on the docket that are very important as a country. So you vote your conscience. And
Hmm.
I do not believe you getting on here social media arguing with everybody, and then having gender wars in these social media platforms, on these social media platforms, having gender wars for no reason whatsoever. You don't know different people. Most of these people don't even travel outside of their own little spot anyway. They've never, Wisconsin, are you kidding? They've never probably seen or heard of that there are a plethora of black people who are in Wisconsin, in Kentucky, in certain places.
Yep.
Okay, and they don't participate though, and you would go, and they'll be the first ones to complain. I'm totally disappointed. And I don't tell anybody who to vote for, because I know who my mother voted for. And I know that in New York, they have immigration problems. She voted because of immigration.
So,
The bottom line is to vote.
yeah, we had. So I'm taking the bottom line is the vote. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say yeah like that. That's not what I was thinking. Um, when I'm looking at the people that Kamala had lined up, what people started to realize is that it just came across, like I said, it's too much. I mean, Bad Bunny, Cardi B, we don't care. We don't
We
care.
don't. We don't
Um,
care about Cardi B. Screw Cardi B. Screw all of these people.
but when you see
Bump that.
um, Elon Musk really helped Donald Trump's as far as being a supporter. I mean, and he was smart to also vote to Democrats that voted. He donated to Republicans. He
Yes, he
donated
did.
to Democrats.
Yes, he did.
Regardless
Yes,
of
he
what people
did.
say, it was genius, and it was get out and vote, get out and vote. I don't care who you vote for. It was just a lot.
Yes, he did. Because he
Donald Trump
donated
had
to.
thinkers. It was brilliant, like I said earlier, to go on Joe Rogan, because you cannot deny that not what we do in these sectors. That's garbage a lot. I'm sorry, guys. It just is. But I'm talking about, like, I'm not saying it's garbage. It entertains a few. But I'm talking about as far as like big groups of people going on Joe Rogan. Kamala should have went on, but we seen what happened with the 60-minute interview. But going on Joe Rogan was smart because it made him look human. He was there for what, 2.5 hours? It was the longest interview. And for a president to sit down with an influencer, he went to where the people were. And that's how you get the younger vote, by spending time with them, not by sending some celebrity that you can't speak to, that's just there. And it's just like, wait a minute. And to see a vice president twerking, I don't want to see that.
Big Pressure says, and I agree with you, Big Pressure. Joe did too much damage. Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely.
Wait, but
She,
you guys like Joe, so
I don't. Well, you guys, you may have didn't you may have. Everybody doesn't like everybody, even though they're
okay, fair,
Republican.
fair, fair.
However, he did do too much damage, and that's absolutely correct. To follow that,
I
I
think
get it.
his biggest problem, number one,
Definitely.
the things that he would say, that presidential debate was horrible. Um, was horrible, and a lot of the Democrats did pull their support, but it was also so late in the game, and
But
I
we're
think
gonna.
that's something that really hurt Kamala. And I think that Kamala would have been better if she would have been appointed and not just, I mean, I'm sorry, not appointed, elected. I think she would have had a stronger backing with her.
You mean elected in the primary?
Uh-huh. Hmm.
Mm. Well, that,
But we
yeah,
know it was past the point, so I get
yeah,
it.
it was past that. Yeah, it was
No, I'm
past
not.
that.
I'm not putting her down for that. I think because I'm like, why wouldn't Biden have dropped out completely and she would have been placed as president? But, or why wouldn't Biden have ran? But he was so far behind Trump after that debate, and Trump would have still been hard to beat. But I still, what most people don't know, like I was saying earlier, I was
Mhm.
voting for the Black Republican, but he dropped out. I was voting for Tim Scott, not completely. It was between Tim Scott and Donald Trump. Um, because most people don't even talk about Tim Scott that was running, but he didn't make
Mhm.
it.
But
But it was
the issue of the
precisely, I think,
primary, the
exactly
issue.
what Elon said. Since that Elon gave the victims of the last two hurricanes, yes, he did. Yes, he did.
Yeah.
Free Starlink access to communicate with their friends, and the federal government did not provide it, was on vacation all that time. Google it. Nope, you're right. I thought I covered that story on my video.
One of the things that you just mentioned was this whole issue of the primary, and you must have been. I don't want to say you're a fly, but it's a term, the fly on the wall, because that was talked about at length.
Really? Okay.
Yes.
Just your girl is
In
just
this
smart.
in
That's
this in this
fine.
debriefing meeting, and yeah, that's what I was just saying to you, that I had an opportunity to sit in the meeting. um we go through the debriefing all the time. I really didn't want to sit in a meeting, but I said no. I need to hear what went on in Pennsylvania. Okay, because of some because of some endeavors that I might be doing in the near future. So my whole thing was I needed to get a feel of what was going on, boots on the ground. And so when you said that, then all of a sudden all of my colleagues were saying, yeah, she wasn't elected in the primary, and then she didn't have any time, and then this whole, mm, what do you call it, all of these all of these so-called entertainers and stars, yeah, that was a negative. Yeah. Yeah.
It was Donald Trump very strategically used very large influencers. He didn't have the starry group, so people was like, "Oh, he don't have any endorsers." But Elon Musk,
Oh,
brilliant.
yeah, that's right.
Jake Paul, Joe Rogan. He reached out to the people, and that really helped to humanize him and how people relate to him. And people
Exactly.
can talk about what they want to talk about with the McDonald's stunt. That was brilliant.
And another thing, mu,
Hmm.
her support. Here's the thing: this overly talking about the trans was a big L. I'm with Mulatto on that one. I'm with him. Or Mulatto, of male, female. I think Mulatto's a male. I'm with Mulatto on that. It was like, why? that I didn't think that should have been an issue of much importance to the point of speaking about it and losing time, uh, wasting time uh, in the multimedia. I think that we have some other issues with trans. Uh, what was it? Going through in jail having operations. Mm, I don't think that was a thing that should have been put in the forefront. Her immigration policies.
Yeah,
Well, I don't think she had too many immigration policies. I don't think. I think that she was going to have to build on that, and I was going to be that person to do it. Hmm. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, I was going to do that. I know exactly what to do. It's simple. Yeah.
You know, when Trump winning, and I'm not gonna talk about the electoral vote. The popular vote sends a strong message, and I just think that I hear people talking about trend, like I missed the comment about the trends in the chat. I'm sorry, but the stuff that Kamala was pushing, America did not want, and that's at the end of the day. I live in California. If you only lived in California, you would think that America was for that woke agenda. You try preaching that stuff in these Bible Belt cities, I mean, and states, right?
In
They're
states,
not
yes.
going, not going. They don't. It's like the transgender thing. The paying for these operations in prison. Who wants that? That's not a law. And then her response was just, "I'm going to do what the law allows." And then what does she do? She brings up Trump. Well, Trump is this, and Trump never made a law about that. Absolutely not. And it just really showed a lot. In California, again, we're very liberal here, very blue. You can get away with that here. I had no doubt she was gonna win the what do we have, 54 electors here. I had no
Yes,
doubt she'd
yes.
win California. I had no doubt she'd win New York.
Right.
She could
But
take that
that's
in
not
inner cities. They're not interested.
but here's the thing. That is an issue that is a state that should be a state by state. I think that should have been something that she concedes to the governors once again. Un, that should have been something she conceded to the governors. But the bottom line is, hey, it's not. I don't think it's something that should be taken on from a federal government, from a president standpoint. And I just don't think that should have been her a conversation.
It
Honestly, honestly, oh,
One of the problems too is that you want to spend money on that, and we have a huge immigration problem here. We have a border problem here, and you're talking about sex changes. It's like where your priorities lie.
right, that
It,
part, right.
and America, even though they kept trying to push women's reproductive rights, were more concerned about the finances, the borders, inflation, the middle class. That's what they were concerned about. They weren't as concerned as the whole, which what Kamala led with was women reproductive rights and trying to scare people against Trump, and it just wasn't good enough. It wasn't
Well,
strong enough.
mhm, mhm. You're right. I agree with that.
Kamala, as gorgeous as she is, she played us for corporate interests and donor scandals. She's not built for the world policies. Another thing that people were sure about is that Trump ran before and ran successfully. So you know what he gives when he's in the office. And Kamala left too many uncertainties.
Hmm.
We're not addressing the policies, just saying, I'm going to do what the law. You guys got to watch the 60-minute interview. Not doing what the law, just following the law. Well, and that whole thing about we're not going back, as people were excited. Here's the sad thing: people were going along with it. It was a weak argument. Going back to what? It was just weak. We're not going back, and Trump is trying to take us back. Trump is trying to take us back where it just wasn't enough, and they fell
Hmm.
short.
Well, one of the things I will say is this: for those that did not participate, and I love my HBCUs and college and anybody who wants to go. I'm sticking it. I'm gonna stick it for those who did not participate. For those who do not participate, I won't. I'm gonna have to stop them at my border. I have put up my borders. If you don't participate in our system, then don't talk to me. I'm not in the business of trying to change anybody's views, but if you don't want to participate and you want to complain and you want to say, "Hey, and like a child," I can't deal with that at all. Yeah, not happening. Um, yeah, not doing it.
Whew. Now again, you guys, I do not want to be insensitive. I do not like seeing people and their lost hope. Okay. But I'm also tired of seeing people with their lost hope at the end of the elections. The presidential terms. I remember when Obama did not sign off on reparations, how disappointed blacks were. They felt that he could have done more, and people want to keep pushing Obamacare as if that was not realizing how high copays are with Obamacare, not realizing how many the kind of care they're getting with it. I don't care what you say, Obamacare is problematic. There should be health care in place, and
Well,
you have to
yeah,
talk about health care.
yeah.
But
Well,
Obamacare
everybody.
is flawed. You know that
Listen,
you can go to a clinic, a hospital for you can go to a clinic for about, I don't know, $70, $75, which is lower than most copays with Obamacare. And not only that, but the type of care and the things that you can't get with it is problematic. And when I had to study it and look into the insurances, I'm just like, it kind of confirmed what I already knew. So
yeah. Mm-mm.
Obama would, it's just, again, I think that what's happening is the Democratic Party used to be practically guaranteed the black vote, and they no longer have that with black people. Now you have to work for the black vote. Thankfully, deliver on the promises. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. How many times you're gonna just say, "Oh, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that," and then we don't hear from them for another 4 years?
But don't,
They
but
want to
don't
fight in the
not,
battleground states.
but don't not vote. And so I am not here to blame anyone who voted for Trump or anyone who voted for Kamala. I am here to say, for those who did not put into the system, you will not get out of the system.
And you can't even. I'm not even interested in people that say, "Oh, I didn't vote."
They'll
You're
be
not
the
even a
first
part of this
ones.
conversation. And then it became, "Oh, your what did they say? Oh, you're discriminating against me." No, the problem is no one cares enough to even engage. No one's discriminating against you. If you don't vote, number one, as a Republican, I don't care if you don't vote, because if you did vote, you more than likely vote for the Democratic Party. So I don't care. You're my favorite kind of Democrat. Okay, don't be mad at me. It's
But
ignorant.
no,
Now,
but
if you
no,
don't like my
that is
views,
not
if you don't
true.
like what I just said, if you don't like what I just said, vote against me then. Vote.
Right.
Participate.
And but
Don't
see, here's the
blame
thing.
me.
Here's the thing.
Be
Even on
mad.
Tuesday, even on Tuesday, we had. I don't do a whole Democratic ticket. I vote my conscience. I vote for the policies, and I vote for that office. And I had three offices that I did not vote a straight ticket because I study, and also, well, that was the question. We have questions on our you know on our ballots. And so, yeah, absolutely not. I don't do just the whole straight ticket. Never have, never will. Never have, never will. And I had one write in. I forgot about that one, which was a good one. That was local politics though. Yeah. So, I don't, go for the just one straight ticket. Absolutely.
And let me say this. For people, for hold on. when people say that I am not for the LGBTQIA community, I was in somebody's chat and they were trying to preach that, oh, she voted for Trump. What are you talking about? That's what I'm talking about, these ad hominem attacks. It didn't work during this election.
What?
All the mudslinging. Actually, mudslinging was on both sides. I'm not going to be biased, but I just want to hear about policies. I'm not voting for the person per se. I'm voting for the policies and what's going to make this country strong. And we need a stronger economy. We need a strong middle class. Stop with the lies about Donald Trump trying to raise taxes for the wealthy and make the poor poor. He's not trying to do all that. He talks about tariffs and getting companies to keep their businesses in the United States and putting tariffs on when they go outside of the United States. People aren't understanding. He's giving them incentives to hire American people and keep the businesses here. So that way there's more jobs for our people.
Mm-hmm. Well, hey, where'd you go? Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I was like, okay. I didn't know if you had um here's my little I guess 2-second commercial for those that are, from the Bible state and all that good stuff. Here's the thing. Uh we supposed to have separation of what, church and state, right? Supposed to. But we so conveniently, depending on the issue, we so conveniently insert the Bible in everything. Here's what where we go wrong. It's either we're not going to be we have a separation of church and state, or we don't. What is it that we're going to do here? That's my question, because it's like folks want to insert the Bible for a particular issue, but then when it comes down to other issues, oh, it's a separation of church and state. We can't do that. You're muted. Oh, okay.
Sorry, I was giving you the floor. I was talking to my
Oh, okay. I was like, I hope she's not talking, because she's not. She's
no, he was
young.
explaining to me about Obamacare and how it works because it's complicated. It's like when people think, "Oh, I'm not for Obamacare," it's layered. It's like layered. There's a
It's
lot that
laid
goes
all
into
right,
it.
but it's so doesn't. Gosh, it's so ugh. My mother was totally disgraced with Obamacare, and she loved Obama, but Obamacare was not
No,
her.
it's not. Like I said, I would much rather go into a clinic, pay the 70 some dollars. I don't know how much the average clinic is, but $80 than to have some insurance that is limiting as Obamacare, as problematic as Obamacare with those high. Yeah, that's just not it. And we really, really have to advocate for ourselves, especially as Black women in our healthcare. And Obamacare doesn't. It's not. It's just not it. I don't know.
But anyway, you know,
Yeah, I didn't mean to get stuck on Obamacare, but this is
but
one of
this
the
is a
things I'm
learning.
seeing. Like, okay, here you go. And everybody talks about that, like, oh, we got something. We didn't get anything from. Yes, we need healthcare. It did do that. I'm not going to take it away. But at what cost? At what cost?
Yeah.
Especially when it's cheaper just to go to the darn clinic than it is to use the insurance.
Hmm.
Wait, let me go on mute. Go ahead, TC.
The one thing that I did like about Obama is his reform as far as our auto industry, and the auto industry, the competitiveness with the cars overseas and here. Our auto industry has definitely stepped up its game. Um, hence being able to have jobs.
So okay, I'm trying to get a better understanding with Obamacare and why it's. I was trying to figure out why the doctors didn't really. A lot of doctors don't take Obamacare. They hardly pay out anything, so
Yeah,
that's why they wait in all these long lines and stuff like that. A lot of doctors don't take Obamacare.
right.
Do you take Obamacare?
Well,
Oh, let me put it back on mute. Okay, 500 a day. Uh, oh, long story short, no. Mm-mm. Okay, but it's because they just. I don't know why they don't pay out. I don't know why they don't pay out more. But I don't think when it comes to insurances, I had to learn about insurances and payouts and stuff like that in school. And I'm just like, okay, I see why people get certain insurances and they get better health care with it. They just do. Yeah. I didn't mean to get them worked up about Obamacare, but
but anyway, for me,
okay.
this is a learned experience, and we're getting ready for the next 4 years. Like it's just that's the way we do it, and start putting your people in place and start doing the work. Is yeah.
Whew, that's right. You said TC, the president just did a bad job. That's all. What president? I missed our comment. Oh, I don't know. I missed the comment. You know what they're talking about. Big pressure. I'm not sure what she's talking about with the president. Yeah, hustlers. Sorry, you guys. I missed part of what y'all saying. But y'all remember when the Obamacare website kept crashing? I never had Obamacare, so I don't know. I don't know when the website kept
Yeah.
crashing. Satan's reject. Satan reject. How did you get your name? But he said, "Ooh, I'm almost falling out." I'm sorry.
I mean, it's not as easy for it's not as easy as just saying, okay, the president did a bad job. I mean,
Are
okay,
you
you
talking
know,
about
it
Biden?
is. It
Right? You
yeah,
talking about
I don't
Biden?
know.
He did do a bad job.
Yeah, I mean, now what we have to come up with solutions, and now we have to
Mhm.
we need people that's gonna get out here and do the work.
We
Um,
need people that's gonna get out here and do the work. That's why y'all
and
gonna
that's
vote him
just
you for
I
president.
was I was the person that was going to help to reform the immigration, the whole immigration. We would have had several people from various states who were going to be the ad hoc, and we were going to come up with solutions for each, for where we are, and then bring them to the drawing board, and then hopefully we could come to some kind of consensus. But yeah.
I'm praying for this country. I'm praying for unity,
Oh,
less racial divide. White people are not the enemy. Donald Trump is not orange. Well, he might be orange a little bit. Um, he's kind of
mm,
orange, but he is the president elect and the commander in chief soon to be. And it doesn't mean that it's going to be work and things aren't going to happen overnight. But come on, you guys, things have been bad for a long time. People
mhm.
are struggling, and that's just what it is. I don't care how
Yeah,
much you
yeah.
raise minimum wage. If everything, when you have inflation, you can raise right now minimum wage in California. I don't know exactly what it is, but the average you can go to a restaurant and usually make about $20. What is minimum wage in California? I don't know. What is
$20.
minimum? minimum wage in California? Oh, it's
Shoot.
six. No, it's $16 per hour. But if you go to like a Starbucks, you work at restaurants, the average that they're paying you is like $20 an hour to work at like a McDonald's, stuff like that. But they're raising the cost of food and everything else. I went to buy a 4.5 pound chicken, and that chicken was $19.58. And I don't care
Mm-hmm.
how much money you have, that 4.5 pound chicken should not have been that much. Okay, I could have bought some crab legs or something for that cost, but everything is so expensive. And to get good food, it's like people are eating out and just trying to feed their families. We can't keep feeding our families crap. We have to give our families good food, and that's just what it is. What am I at? Hour and a
Minimum,
half. Okay.
minimum wage, which is a state thing in Pennsylvania, $7.25.
What? Oh, that's crazy.
In
Number one,
Oregon, yeah, 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 yeah,
I
yeah,
couldn't
yeah,
work from the like I'm blessed that I get a salary. You guys, just a few months of schooling put me on the map. The girl was good.
yeah.
But
So see,
what it
that's
did,
what I'm saying though. That's state. Those are state functions. I
$7 an hour. We made uh when did California minimum wage when was it $7 an hour?
West Virginia is more than Pennsylvania. West
Okay.
Virginia is $8.75. Ohio, $10.45. New York, $16.
So
Vermont
two
is
thousand.
more than Pennsylvania.
Okay, so ours was $7 an hour because I remember it was in 2007. So yeah, but anyways, I just wanted to pick
So
your
if
brain
you
a little bit, like who was at fault. I think that again, you guys, you can't blame black men. You can't blame white women. I mean, you just can't. I just think that the only people you can blame for this election is Biden Kamala administration. That should just Kamala. That's it. There were so many problems, you guys, and people were tired. The thing about it, I think a lot of people, with even with all those celebrity endorsers, they didn't really vote the way that black women thought that they were going to vote. They voted for what was in the best interest of their families, and that's it. A large
yeah,
Kamala got the black woman's vote. She got the black vote. Black men voted for Kamala as well. You can't deny that she did. I mean, she got 86% of the vote of the black vote, but it wasn't enough because of the things that she was trying to push, and she just didn't want to. At first, people didn't really know,
so then
but
where are those
as it
votes?
came
So then
closer to the campaign and her woke
yeah.
agenda started to come out, people weren't going. And America has bigger problems than um, paying for surgeries while people are in prison. Sorry, we have bigger problems than just letting anybody. Oh, let's have open borders. So so people are coming from these countries now. If you are a refugee, that's different, seeking asylum. But they were showing interviews with Kamala and her stance on those policies that she's trying to hide and make it seem like the Republican Party is this way when it's layered. They put out a lot of her old interviews and things like that people didn't really know about, and the people just turned. They turned. She started to lose
Mhm.
popularity. For Donald Trump, again, you guys, the Republican Party has not won the popular vote for 20 years, so it says a lot. And it's you can't just say, oh, it's racist, oh, it's that. No, black men are racist. All of a sudden, I thought we couldn't be racist against our own. So that's just a lot.
Yeah, I don't, yeah, I don't.
Oh, dang,
Who's
where'd you find this? Hey, King. I don't know. All right, let's do final thoughts, Cece. I feel kind of somber. I'm going to try to have this conversation earlier, but yeah, I have one more week. What do I have? 2 weeks of school left. And then, you guys, I'll be back on track with y'all. But
good, good, good,
I'm
good.
just going to go back to school again, but I need to finish. It's kind of like, okay, I got to finish this one so I can start something else. I got to finish start something else. So.
Hmm.
But when you do your extras, what I didn't realize is that you have to actually be there. Sounds kind of dumb, but I
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
well,
yeah.
I kind of thought I could take days off for dance and stuff, and but or like stress days, like mental health days. But
Well,
yeah,
I'm on vacation and I'm away, and I have, yeah,
keep your vacation. Enjoy. Thank you, King.
enjoy.
Enjoy your vacation.
Yes,
I'm sorry,
yes,
y'all, if I didn't have the
yes.
most energy tonight, but again, this election took a lot out of me and it was draining. It's mentally draining. I'm praying for my family because they're very, very upset about it. I mean, think about it. They live in Wisconsin. How did you lose Wisconsin? So they feel bad, but they shouldn't blame MU. Like, I just, because, you know,
Yeah, they have to blame in you.
they're not talking to,
Too.
like, I
It
haven't
comes with
spoken to
the
them since the election.
it comes with the territory.
It comes with the territory. Family, I know y'all in my clouds. I want to give my family big hugs and kisses.
There you go. That's the key. There it is. See, you keep it in order. In order. But yeah, I'm awaiting my friend, she'll be coming in the morning. I have to go pick her up from the airport, and
Nice.
uh we
Yeah, I'm living with
and
my.
then we're gonna like you do, we're gonna take a drive, and then because it's a 3-day weekend and I took off a couple more days. So hey,
That's
it is what
nice.
it is.
Enjoy it.
Yeah,
Have
man.
fun. Like,
It's you
get
just
off
don't
and
know.
live your life. It's a 3-day weekend for me too, but my son has
Yes.
school. He has school on
Oh
Monday.
gosh.
So
Hmm. Yeah, I'm so excited. I can't wait to see her, and then I'll see my mom for Thanksgiving. I'm looking forward to that.
does she stay far from
And huh?
does she stay far from you?
But she's in New York. Oh, not far at all.
Oh, sorry. Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha. Does your mom live close by you? I was asking you, but say.
Yeah, no, 2 hours. She doesn't live. She lives very close. Very
That's
close. Yeah, and then hopefully we don't have a rough winter here, and she'll come down for New Year's, and then we'll hang out and do things at the casino, and then my friend is gonna come here for New Year's, so we can have a good time. So yeah,
that's nice. That's
we're getting ready to go to Delaware, and yeah, I
that's
can't
nice.
wait. I love Delaware, Joe Biden territory.
Joe Biden territory. I've never been. Have I been to the DMV?
Yeah.
Have I been to the DMV? Delaware? Nope.
No. That Delaware. That's the D stands for DC.
Kind of. No, I didn't mean the DMC. Oh my god, my brain is tired. What am I thinking of? Delaware is what am I calling? Ugh, I can't think. I'm thinking of something else.
Uh,
I'm not even thinking about that. I'm thinking of something completely different. But
uh-huh.
um, Delaware. So DC is what? Is Washington DC, D, Maryland,
DC,
and Virginia,
Maryland,
right?
and Virginia. Yep.
And Virginia. I haven't been anywhere over there, but I would like to go and visit the piece that both you queens I hear they're built in Satan.
Yeah. I can't wait. We're gonna go on a little boat, and we're just gonna go fishing. I can't wait to go fishing. Oh my god, it's gonna be so much fun.
I like
And
fishing.
then,
I grew up fishing. That's
oh
nice.
really? And then we're
And
gonna go
Rockford.
bowling. We're gonna go bowling. We're gonna go skating, and just enjoy. Um, yeah, just enjoy. A friend of mine has a house there, and she's like, "Hey, she was like, sis, you worked way too hard. Here, take the keys." And I was like, "Thank you." So her husband he's been down there cleaning and doing everything. So I said, I appreciate y'all. I really, yeah, I really do appreciate them. They're Republican.
Yeah, that's nice.
They're
Um,
Republican. They were like, you are like you say, I say you're my best, you're my bestie Republican. And you're my bestie. I said, I have a bestie Republican on YouTube too. And they were like, you're our bestie Democrat. I was like, oh, okay,
Aw.
cool. Yeah. But and
Yeah,
they're black.
there's
They're
like
black.
people
They're
that
black people. You know, black
yeah,
people.
we got both. We got, you have blacks in the Republican Party and the Democratic Party. You got different. I just can't wait until just will we ever get to a point where we're just American and without all the white,
Absolutely.
black, all that, and white
Absolutely. We
conservative.
only
I don't consider
divided on that
myself a
day.
black Republican. I just consider myself a Republican that happens to be black. Okay, um, yeah, just I don't know. I don't even know where that came from. Some
I'm black and I just happen to be a Democrat. I'm black
that's
first.
right. But yeah, you guys, and for all these people, well, I'm not gonna vote. It don't matter. Yeah, then why are they trying so hard to keep you from voting? Why are they not just that, but they wouldn't be fighting these battleground states for your vote if your vote didn't matter. Okay,
Hmm.
where do you think the
Absolutely.
electoral vote comes from? It comes from the popular vote. How many? Who gets the most popular votes is going to swing the electoral vote. You get 10,000 people in one state that is voting for the popular vote. Is going to make a difference on the electoral party, on the electoral vote. So not the electoral party, the electoral vote for but the college, even though are there flaws? Yeah, with the electoral college, but how else? There has to be a system so larger states don't have an unfair advantage over smaller states, because that would be a very problematic thing. So that's something else that people don't like to look at, and people just think, oh, it's unfair. Well, a lot of people that saying that it's unfair don't even get out their house to vote anyway.
They certainly
Queen
don't.
Republicans, that's right.
But anyway, I'm going. I said, let me just come up. And I
Thank you,
appreciate you.
PC. I
And
appreciate you.
uh, and
One of
you
these
have some
days,
good.
I'm going to join the panels that you go on. I'm not sure which
Yeah, come
panels are
on up.
MU friendly, so I'd be
Oh,
reluctant. But I listen to you in the clouds, and you do your thing. But one of these days, I'm hoping to join you on one of these panels.
they're not friendly with me either. I just I had to get with a couple of people about a couple of, I guess it's just innuendos. And one thing that I'm not, I'm past all of the I guess you could say the stuff on the lower level. Don't talk to me in that manner because I'm talking business here. This is
Yeah, and I don't
business.
know why I'm acting sensitive. I will join a link whether they like me or not. Sometimes I forget that these people don't like me, and I, you know, might
They don't
hack
know
myself
you
up
to
there.
they don't know you to not like you. They just know of
Oh, I
you
don't care.
in a certain particular situation. And
Yeah,
you
I
know
don't
what?
care.
Guess what?
I'll never
Guess
meet,
what? If
those
I'm
people.
some of these
I
people
don't
have
care
their
what
own situations and issues themselves, they need to just chill out. Everybody needs to chill.
yeah.
Stop it. Stop it already. But anyway, I have to get a couple of more hours sleep so I can go to the airport and then I'll be on my way in the morning. Thank you
Safe
so much.
travel.
Yes. Ugh. I can't wait. Oh my
Yeah,
stars.
have fun. Live it up. Do your thing offline.
Yes. Yes. I can't wait to see her. I've been talking and everything and I've been like, oh my goodness, I just need you so much right now. Oh my God.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So anyway, all right, y'all have a great one. It's been real. It's been fun. And well, listen, we still got work to do. I know that daggone wage thing. I didn't 7. I thought it was 12 or 13. It's 7.
That's crazy.
It's sick.
That's crazy. Who would
Now you
even work
see
for
what we
that?
you see what fights we really have.
Yeah,
Shoot, $7.25 in Philadelphia. Are you kidding? Pennsylvania, excuse me.
that's
Get out
crazy.
of here.
Yeah,
So, well, I got work to do. I don't have time to be worried about these bugger people.
that's
So,
right.
so
Huh?
all right now. You be good and remember when you run, like I said, we can ready to cure this whole immigration thing. I have the whole book on what to do. It's not that hard. And we would have to have an amnesty program alongside of it. because it's so layered, as you say. I like that word, layered, layered. That means
layer.
it's a whole mess. So
Yeah.
right. So I'm with you on that one. But I'm gonna share with you later what I think that they should do,
Okay.
and maybe we can get on some committees and get paid to come up with a solution.
Okay. I like it.
All right. You be good and be great, and tell your daughter that I'm proud and I'm grateful that she voted.
I will for sure.
Yes. All right now. Everybody have a great weekend and enjoy yourself, and happy Veterans Day to those vets.
Thank
Happy
you.
Veterans
Happy
Day
Veterans Day, you
to
guys. I
you.
served. Yeah.
Yeah, happy Veterans Day to you.
Thank you.
Okay. I know it's going to be a whole panel about that. But thank you all. Thank you all for doing it. I appreciate it,
Thank
because
you.
we wouldn't have the freedoms we had it not been for those who served. Because
That's right.
freedom ain't free. All
That's
right.
right.
Peace out.
Peace. I enjoy TC. I wish she had a channel because I know she'd be talking about some. Why am I so close to y'all right now? Let me move my computer. Why y'all so close? Whew, it's about to be 4. Yeah, I got to get back into the gym. I definitely want to check in with you guys again. I just been doing a school thing and a work thing. I love my job. I love working. Uh, I love it, but it is challenging to still get a workout in, right? So we'll balance it all out. We will. There's a lot that's been going on online, but every time I decide I'm gonna cover the sectors, I get a headache, and a lot of the stuff I'm like, nope. I'm too much wanting to just get outside and live life and those kind of things. Am I too close to you guys right now? And let me tell you something. Uh, HBCU, a real one. TC is awesome. TC is as real as they come. Since I see her and it just makes me inspired to do more. She's always putting in work. She needs a vacation. I'm glad she's going to get a vacation, you guys. What else is going on? It's been a lot online. And I feel that even though a lot of people got upset with me with my political views, everybody has a voice. Depends on how you use it. And the ones that unsubscribe, you guys, I already got those subscribers already got replaced. So we're once again back on the track to our, we'll hit 21K before the year is out, prayerfully. But none of that matters to me. What matters is that you guys are okay. Feel free to like, comment, and share. Salute yourself. Sometimes you got to push yourself. Yeah. I'm going to do some homework and get some studying done, you guys. TC, thank you for coming up. And take care of yourselves. There's so much that I want to say, and then there's so much that I just can't say. So I just keep it to myself. But take care of yourselves. This online thing is so, don't believe everything that you see. I met a lot of people and they want to portray this perfect online image. And then you meet them and you're like, I'm talking about content creators, all right? You meet them and you're like, why are you projecting to your people? You got it all together. You need validation that badly. And I see people at these big ages trying to be the same as like I'm not about to get into it tonight. It's like they're just going in reverse. So that's all I'm gonna say about that. Vance, 2028, I do feel that he would be, 2028? Oh yeah, that's the next election, 2014. That's right. Vance for 2028. He definitely should be president in 2028. Okay. Trump has 4 years to start to turn things around, but we do need 8. So Vance will be a great continuation of that. Who knows? Maybe Donald Trump would be president, vice president. Let's make more history, right? If Vance was president, Donald Trump went back to vice president because there's no term. Anyways, let me shut up. What's good, Bams? I missed you guys though. As I'm kind of just hanging out with y'all. Let me go breathe. I rock with you because you're the epitome of resilience. I am. And I know that things are going to get better and fall into place. And so I stand. So I'm telling you guys to stand. I'm not coming out here. I don't use intros. I don't use outros. I just speak to you guys. But yeah, I see a lot of things online and a lot of nonsense and people that I'm just like, man, they're oppressed with anything. I feel a lot of people just doing the most as their life is just, they're really living that struggle culture, but they get online and you would think they were just billionaires, okay? There's a lot. But I am resilient and I have grown a lot. And then we've been through a lot together. But have y'all noticed I don't go to any spaces and stuff like that anymore, hardly ever. I might pop my head in sometimes. That's because I value my peace over everything. My family, the ones that have stood by me through hard times. I had somebody come into my chat the other day. I'm not even going to talk about it tonight because my brain is tired. You guys, I don't go in y'all spaces if we fall out. I don't even think about you. I don't talk about you. I just nothing you. Why do they come over here? I think that people don't respect boundaries. And they don't realize when they're not wanted around. Okay? They just don't realize it. Thank you, King. Thank you. Thank y'all for getting memberships. Thank you guys for rocking with me. That really supports the channel so I can go out and do real work out there on the streets as I'm interviewing and doing a lot of stuff. Thank y'all for getting your memberships. That means so much to me. And thank y'all that send cash apps and donations. I really do appreciate you guys because I know that y'all see me. Y'all really do love MU. You do. And I love you guys right back. We are strong. We are a family. You guys are my family, my virtual family. I show up for you guys. I don't hide behind a screen. Okay. Telling y'all that I'm this gorgeous blah. I'm kind of cute. But I turn on my camera no matter what, unless I cannot because I'm around people or I'm driving or whatever. So I try to give you a very real experience because you have all of these people that are just doing the most online. This latest beef has me conflicted in the sector. It just does because this person, I'm not diving into sector stuff. I don't see her as somebody that beefs. But yes, she has all these problems. I obviously finished my political talk, y'all. So I guess when I see stuff like that, I don't know. I'm not getting into it. I just know that y'all remember going into 2024, all the things that people said they were going to say and do. They really, a lot of people achieved some of their goals. We're about to go into 2025. I want 2025 to be better than 2024. And the only way it's going to be better is if we do the work, if I do the work. I'm not even going to wait till next year to hit the gym. I work out anyway. But I want to go this year. Why wait? I can make videos about that. You know, life is pretty good when you get out there. I'm just chatting. I'm just being stupid. Never feed the trolls. I saw Bams. I saw you in the chat. It's good to see. Thank you, Ava. All right, you guys. Thank you for hanging out with me. Feel free to like, comment, and share. I'm going to get out of here. You know, I'll start doing lives more often. I'll try to go earlier, but I like speaking to just a few of you and kind of seeing where y'all are. But right now, my brain is tired, so I'm kind of like blah, 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 blah. Hugs and kisses. Talk to y'all later. Bye-bye. We'll put this one up on the screen.